What's going on, fight fans? It's your boy C-Dub with the Standing 8 Count Boxing. Now, I just uploaded a video the other day recapping the fights that we saw last Saturday, January 7th, on the Davis Garcia card. But for whatever reason, YouTube, they're saying that maybe I had one too many actual clips from the fight, so I had to take that down. So I'm going to go ahead and run it back for y'all. So basically, what this is, I just wanted to make a quick video, kind of recapping the night of boxing that we had last Saturday, January 7th. But before I get into all that, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers for rocking with me. We have really grown the channel by leaps and bounds just since the short time that we started the movement. So I just want to thank everybody for your participation, and by all means, I want y'all to continue to spread the word so we can continue to grow. And trust me, I got a lot of great things in store for y'all in the near future. With that being said, without any further ado, let's jump into it. We got the fight between Demetrius Andrade and Nicholson. Now, this was a pretty entertaining fight. For the most part, it was one-sided. Demetrius Andrade, he just, dominated Nicholson, excuse me. Every now and again, Nicholson would trade. He mostly when he felt threatened. Any other time, he would try his best to counter, but for the most part, Demetrius Andrade, he was just landing at will. Combinations after combinations, he was in and out. He had showed great hand speed. He was very sharp, looked really good for his first fight at 168, and therefore he ended up walking away with the victory. Now, many people can say, that they want to argue, well, he got dropped. Nicholson dropped him. Well, I mean, that still remains to be seen. He was ruled out as slip, so we can't say that definitively. However, Andre definitely dropped Nicholson twice in the 10th and final round, so earning him the unanimous decision. So our hats definitely go off to Demetrius Andrade for winning his first fight at the 168. Now, the big question is what's next? Personally, I'd like to see him in the ring with the likes of a David Morrell. Both would be undefeated. A lot of people think, including myself, that David Morrell is the boogeyman at the 168-pound division. So I'd like to see Andrade get in the ring with David Morrell and mix it up and see whose O actually would have to go. But let me know what you guys think as far as what you guys thought of this fight, and we're moving on to the next one. Up next, we got the upset of the evening, Speedy Rashidi Ellis versus Roymond Villa. Now, for the first half of this fight, Rashidi Ellis, he was doing his thing. He was dominating the fight. He was getting his shots off first, in and out, letting his hands go. There was really nothing that Villa had that Ellis couldn't either neutralize or get out of the way of. But somewhere in the middle rounds, I don't know what happened, but maybe he was taking some damage that we just weren't seeing, or he just simply ran out of gas. But somewhere in the middle rounds, Ellis, he just slowed down. He just ran out of gas, and he started getting touched up by Villa to the point that he ended up getting knocked down twice, actually, in the final rounds. So I mean that I think from that point, from the middle rounds on, up until the knockdowns by Villa, he was winning the fight, but that wasn't enough to carry him over. And eventually, when it went to the scorecards, Villa got the nod with a majority decision. So our hats definitely go off to Roymond Villa. That's not taking anything away from either fighter. It was definitely an exciting fight. It was an upset. Everybody likes a good upset. Especially those that put money down on the underdog. But yeah, our hats definitely go off to Roymond Villa for his win over Speedy Rashidi Ellis, of course, doing away with Ellis's undefeated record. So again, congratulations, Roymond Villa. On to the next one. Now, this brings us to our co-main event between Gervonta Boots Ennis and Karen Chuca, I think is how you pronounce it. Don't quote me on that. I slaughter the man's name every time I try, so we'll probably just call him Karen from here on out. But anyway, the bout between Gervonta Boots Ennis and Karen. It was a pretty good fight. It was a pretty good fight. It was pretty much a Gervonta Boots in his show. He did the best he could to walk through Karen, but because I mean, the guy was on his bike the whole fight. He was on survival mode. He did everything he could to pretty much not get knocked out, because I mean, I'm sure Gervonta Boots Ennis, his reputation precedes him anytime he steps in the ring. He's a knockout artist. We know that. So he did everything he could, to prevent that from happening. He stayed on his bike, kind of making it difficult for Gervonta to find that, to kind of get that rhythm, so he could, find that magic punch and get him on out of there. He's taking a lot of heat in the boxing community. Everybody's saying that he got exposed, but I really don't think so. I think he just there's some things that he definitely needs to work on when he is in the ring with somebody who pretty much just doesn't want to get knocked out. I'm not going to say he had great footwork. I'm not going to say he was elusive. I'm not going to say that Karen was a slick fighter, or that Gervonta Ennis actually even really had trouble with him. He just wasn't prepared for somebody who was going to stay on his bike all night. But that's neither here nor there. Again, that's not to take anything away from Gervonta Ennis's win. Definitely got a congratulations out of standing A boxing. He definitely put on a great show. He won the fight. He is now the IBF interim title holder. So hats go off to him. It'll be interesting to see, what happens next in his career. The big question is, is he ready for the Terrence Crawfords? Is he ready for the Errol Spences? Is he ready for the big names, the upper echelon? That still remains to be seen. But that's all I got for you on this one. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment in the comment section, and on to the main event. Last but certainly not least, we have the main event between Gervonta Tank Davis and Hector Luis Garcia. This was a very entertaining, very competitive fight. Of course, we know that this was a tune-up fight for Tank, but I mean, he made a good choice. This guy, he was no pushover. He kind of had his work cut out for him. Being Tank, he kind of had his work cut out for him. Hector Luis Garcia, he definitely came to fight. He let his hands go a couple times. He definitely got a chin. He caught Tank a couple times. I think he surprised him. However, that wasn't enough, to keep the wolves at bay. It was just a matter of time before, Tank's speed, his accuracy, his boxing IQ, his footwork, just eventually just dismantled the challenger to the point where, he sent him to his corner at the end of the eighth round, complaining that he couldn't see out of one eye, therefore earning Tank the 9th round TKO victory over Hector Luis Garcia. So our hats definitely go off to Gervonta Davis. I mean, you did your thing. You always put on a great show. You won the fight in spectacular fashion, and congratulations. Well, that is all I got for y'all. Like I said, it was a great night of boxing. Last Saturday. Again, I apologize, for the up and down on the videos, but you gotta dance to the music, right? So on that note, by all means, I want to know what you guys think about any of the fights. Whether that you guys saw, if you had fight predictions, whether or not those fight predictions came true or not. Just let me know what you guys think. So make sure you drop a comment in the comment section, hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon for all future notifications. As always, it's your boy Seat Up with the Standing 8 Count Boxing. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for rocking with me. And until next time, peace.